Here's a brief but annoying message to let you know that you could have first heard this episode 9 months ago if you were a subscriber to our Iron Filing Society Patreon offering.
For the price of a pint and a St Clement's each month, you can get up to 4 episodes a week, 9 months before the rest of the world gets them. Early access to regular episodes, lots of other marvellous benefits, and there's absolutely no adverts or brief but annoying messages like this that will get right on your ticks.
Find out more and subscribe now at tftimemachine.com/ironfilings.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, this is it!
This is Top Flight Tune Machine. I am Andy Hotbody Dawson. Pow, pow, pow.
I'm Sam Nifty Delaney, so what?
Welcome along. It is the 4th episode, I think, of the Top Flight Tune Machine. 11th of March 1984. The one that we did last time, I can't quite remember what we talked about, but it says here on the listing for the episode, Queen and Boy, popularity, Tommy, which was the Who's film, Tommy, which we promised a deep dive, and Chris Shaw of Eggpod got in touch in the comments and is well up for that. He says, Tommy deep dive, yes please. Apart from Tina Turner, Oliver Reed and Keith Moon, there's Paul Nicholas, Robert Powell and Jack Nicholson.
Wow.
And another possible deep dive alone for Tommy's mum, played by Anne Margaret, for her performance with the Bay City Rollers. And then he sent us a YouTube link, which I haven't looked at yet, but I imagine it'll be brilliant. And it is indeed Anne Margaret with the Bay City Rollers.
Superb.
But yeah, we can look at that another time. So lots to think about in Tommy. And it also says Van Halen. We talked about Van Halen and their various incarnations and liking music at school. So I think we've still got quite a few songs in this chart that we can
Talking of deep dives, though, mate, just quickly, I forgot to say this to you on the Monday episode, but while we were away and I had time to do some thinking, I thought of 2 subjects that I would like to explore deep dive-wise. One is objects. I don't know whether we could just do perhaps like the greatest objects ever, or whether I think we deep dive shapes, didn't we, which was really enjoyable.
We were into shapes quite deeply for a while.
I think objects is a good one, but here's an even better one. I was walking my dog and I was looking at like all my dog wants to do, really, like when you go out with your dog, my dog, which who's still a puppy, like she always wants to go out all the time. She's bored shitless when she's at home, and her main things are she likes to meet other dogs. She loves that, right?
Yeah,
very sociable. And
opposite of Oscar, who is terrified of dogs or very aggressive to them.
Oscar's older and a rescue dog, so you know
Oscar's a one-off.
Oscar's got his issues that we shouldn't judge him for, right? But what Cookie does is
Oscar likes to listen to the reset.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've actually asked him to come on as a guest, but he said that he's shy. I said, don't worry about that. I'll be very gentle, but he's like, I'd rather not. Yeah. I find it helpful to listen to others.
He says he finds it hard to verbalise the things that are going on in his head.
I respect that. But the Cookie goes into a submissive sort of position when she sees another dog coming, because she's only little.
Right.
And have you ever seen a dog do submissive? They sort of get down on almost on their belly, and they kind of approach very low. Right, as if to say, don't worry. And then she gets up really close to the dog and she sniffs underneath sort of its chin, right? And the other dog, especially if it's an old dog, just sort of stands still with a really weird look in its eyes, like, this is fucking weird, isn't it? Right? And that's just usually how it goes. And she loves that. But the other day, yesterday, in fact, there was a woman walking along. She was one of these characters you get who's got like 5 leads. Do you ever see that? There's like 5 fucking dogs on the go all at once. They always are wearing...
a dog walker or his own?
Don't know. Could be either, but they always wear body warmers. No rain or shine, there'll be a like fleeced body warmer.
All different kinds of breeds or similar types?
No, there was 3 of these dogs, which I'm not an expert at identifying breeds, but they look like the Chihuahua type. They're very small, and it's rare that Cookie...
The what type?
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. That's what Oscar's half Chihuahua.
Yeah, but Oscar's bigger than a Chihuahua. I'm talking about these tiny little bastards.
He's like a Shih Tzu, but there's a Chihuahua inside working the levers.
Yeah, that's it. So Cookie's a cockapoo, but her old man, he was a toy poodle, which means he's very small, right? And But she saw these like chihuahuas, and she was like, fucking hell, I'm really excited. So like 50 yards before we get to them, she gets right down on her belly, but more than usual. Not like, oh, I'm going to be like a bit submissive. For some reason, she started crawling. I'm not joking. She crawled like a member of the SAS. You know, an SAS crawl. You used to do SAS crawling a lot when you were a kid, didn't you? This is how the SAS crawl about. Like a special patented way of crawling that only one military unit are allowed to do. You're not allowed to do it unless you're in the SAS. But Cookie did it. Cookie knew how to do it. And Cookie, for 50 yards, it was so embarrassing, along a pavement, approached these dogs slowly in the SAS crawl style. And the owner, this woman with 5 leads, was laughing all the way because it was fucking funny. But I got like, this is embarrassing. And when she got to the dogs, right, with her tail wagging, she had left a long line of piss the whole 50 yards because she pisses herself with excitement when she sees another dog.
So she's pissing and crawling at the same time.
Correct.
Oh god.
Yeah, she doesn't exactly play it cool.
You have to hose her down then afterwards.
She likes that, but what she likes more than anything is sniffing, right? I would say for her,
Oscar's
the main reason, and it's all dogs. I remember a dog when I was a kid, Bella, my dog, all she wanted to do was sniff. And like, they love sniffing so much. They fucking love sniffing. And I thought to myself, you know, like, with humans, we've got our 5 senses, haven't we, right? And
but as far as we know, 5 discovered senses. I think there could be some more
unlocked. 5 that have been unlocked with our limited usage of our brains, right? But you know, men like you and I, we love to look at things, don't we? Right? Whether that be nature or the sky or a film or mainly boobs. But like, so we love looking at things. We love touching things. Again, boobs, or like whatever, right?
Yeah,
touching's
give it
nice.
a chance. Yeah.
We love to taste things. No, let's not continue the boobs thing. That's disgusting. Right? You love to taste things. And what's the other one that I've missed out?
Smell.
No.
Smell boobs.
Hang on. No.
Hear.
We love to hear music.
Smelling.
Hearing's probably our main thing. We love to listen to music. You can't really hear a boob.
Hence this episode.
Right? But smelling, in a way, for men like you and I, it's the least utilised sense, right? And yet our dogs, they're trying to tell us something. They're like, look, I'm a dog. I enjoy my life probably more than you as a human with all your neuroses and fucking anxieties and all the fucking the existential bullshit, right? Dogs don't have that. Dogs are just mostly loving their life. And what does a dog love above all else? Sniffing things. Fucking sniff, sniff, sniff. They love it. So
that's how they socialise, apparently.
Why aren't we sniffing more? Right? Why aren't the likes of me and you sniffing more things in our day-to-day life? Why? It's stupid and it's remiss of us. And I think that we should do a deep dive into smells.
Into sniffing?
Smells and smelling. Smells and smelling deep dive. And I think I would encourage the listeners to get in touch with their thoughts, their feelings, and their experiences, both good and bad, of smelling things. So we could just call it the smells deep dive. I don't know.
Is it going to come under history box then?
Don't know.
The history of smelling or an odyssey? The smell odyssey.
It's an odyssey. It's a smell odyssey.
It's an odyssey.
Yeah. I don't know how many episodes it lasts.
Haven't we? We did pigs.
What did shapes? How was shapes categorised?
Shapes just came in and out of all the episodes.
Normal,
all the categories.
I just think that we should investigate. I think that we as human beings, as human men, we are under. We're not really fully utilising our sense of smell like we are with our other senses, and we need to take a lead from our dogs. We both know, we've both got dogs. Our dogs lived for smells. It's all they think about from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to bed at night.
It's Sunday evening when we're recording this, and Oscar's evening walk will happen after we finish this record.
Right,
and he'll do lots of sniffing.
Yeah,
he sniffs,
and sometimes
the older he gets.
Sometimes it can be annoying, can't it? But you have to let them.
You got to let them. It's their socialisation, apparently.
Yeah,
they're having a little mental chat with whoever the owner of the piss is that they're smelling.
And like you're standing there and you want to just get on the walk, you want to get moving, but they're like, you're only just out the front gate and they're already sniffing something. And then you go, all right, come on, let's go. And you give them a little tug and you go just literally 2 yards and they're like, the cookie will be like this. Hang on. Well, just 1 sec. There's something else I need to sniff here. I'll go, you just sniffed that over there. Yeah, I know, but this is a different smell. And sometimes...
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's predominantly piss that they're smelling. It's not a variety of things.
I assume it is, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
usually I can't if we're going to
anything.
emulate dogs and try and smell more stuff, that means we're going to have to be going out and like smelling piss.
No, it doesn't have to be piss. That's just what they like. I'm not saying we have to behave exactly like dogs. Next thing I'll have us licking our own arseholes. No, it's not that.
Then.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying you have to do it exactly like a dog does it. We've got our own smells that we like. Not piss, unless it is. I don't know. I don't particularly like the smell of piss. I love the smell of petrol, for example. You know,
love petrol. I also love the smell of recently extinguished matches, which is a deadly combination, really, if you think about the two together.
Yeah, that is nice, yeah.
But I like that. But yeah, I mean, Oscar sometimes you can see the actual stain of piss on a wall that he's about to smell, and he just pushes his face right into it, and it's like, whoa, this is lovely.
I could fucking swim in that. I could swim in that.
Drink
that
this
is
in.
Lovely. Oh, my thirst for piss is unquenchable.
A work of art. My God, I would like to meet the man who made this.
I tell you what, that is some dog. What did that piss? Some fucking dog.
Anyway, we're here to try and do the Tune Machine, the top 40.
It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls at number 11. Their original band name was 2 Tons of Fun.
Yeah. Couple of big lasses.
Good lads, weren't they, the Weather Girls?
Great bunch of lasses. Hide and Seek by Howard Jones. That was a slow one that he did.
Creepy cunt.
Didn't get any higher than 12. What else we got? Hot Chocolate. We've said before, Hot Chocolate, a vastly underrated group, I think, in the annals of chart history.
The annals,
and I gave you My Heart, didn't I? Didn't I, in brackets there. It's a great one. Only got number 13. But, I'd listen to that. But
is that's not the one that Partridge is singing that time? You don't remember me, do you? It's not that, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, not that one. That's, I can't remember it now.
You don't remember me, do you?
I'm trying to sing it in my head. I can't remember which one it was now. But underneath that, number 17 is a single that I recently bought at a second-hand stall at Tynemouth Market. It's Mel Brooks, and it was of its time. It probably wouldn't be released now, but it's the Hitler rap.
Yeah. You could joke more widely about Hitler back in the 80s, couldn't you?
You could joke about Hitler anywhere. On the bus, in school.
Yeah.
At the football match, Hitler jokes were 10 a penny.
I think that was because in the war, there was a concerted effort that the authorities were behind, which was to make fun of him and belittle him and make him into a joke, like an angry fucking. Like, that's where Hitler's only got one ball comes from. Like someone, probably Churchill, has gone, here's an idea. They're brainstorming, how can we undermine Hitler? And he's gone, let's spread it that he's only got one ball. And they go, how are we going to do that? He's going, best way to spread anything, get it going in the playgrounds, right?
Get a song going.
That's where shit, honestly, that's where shit gets going, right? You want to get into the hearts and minds, get it going in the playgrounds. Well, how do we get it going in the playgrounds? Simple. Get a fucking song written. It's part of the war effort. Get fucking Noel Coward or someone like that. Get a top songwriter. Get a top songwriter to write us a song along the lines of Hitler's only got one ball, right? Just that's my top line. I'm not a songwriter, but I'll give you that. That's the title. Get someone working on it and then seed it in as many playgrounds as you can around the country.
They handed it out on song sheets, didn't they, at the playground, at the gates?
Seed it. If you need to, they go, well, the thing is, Prime Minister, if it seems official, schoolboys, and it will mainly be schoolboys, not girls, schoolboys won't go in for it if they feel that it's officially sanctioned, because schoolboys don't like that sort of thing. They like to feel like it's come up from the streets, right, from the playground. And he goes, okay, well, in that case, what I want you to do is find the youngest looking spies we have in the Foreign Office, right?
Yeah.
Anyone who you think could pass for a primary school age boy, right? Dress them up in some shorts, give them a cap, graze their knees, right? Make them look like Just William, and then plant them in playgrounds, right? Masquerading as schoolboys, right?
Yeah.
And have them say, oh, you know, sort of casually, like on day 2 or 3.
I'm new here.
I thought of a song if anyone wants to sing it. It's about Hitler. Here, listen to this then. Hitler has only got one ball. And then all the other lads are like, well,
that's too but very small. Himmler has something similar, but poor old Goebbels has no balls at all.
and everyone's like, fucking hell. We were getting ready
Genius.
to bully you because you're the new kid. But that is a fucking banger, lad. And we are going to fucking start singing that every day. That is brilliant.
If the charts had been invented, which they weren't until 1952, that would be number one.
Yeah. And I think that's how they seeded it in the playgrounds of Britain.
Jalapeño. Jalapeño.
Do you often think that, Andy? Like, in the 80s, we were going around thinking, oh, the war was fucking ages ago, right? But now, when you work out the equivalent, you know, it was like 40 years beforehand, right? Which now would be the 80s, which doesn't seem long ago.
We are now the same length of time away from Don't You Want Me by the Human League as Don't You Want Me was from the beginning of World War II, Sam.
That's it. You summed up what I was trying to say and was unable to. But you've got a lovely
That's what I'm here for.
You've got a pop-related factoid there that has told history in exactly the way I wanted it to. It's amazing because we were walking around thinking, fucking well, we ain't got to worry about that. That was ages ago before we was even born. I don't even think our fucking granddads was about. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's like ancient time, like the Vikings or the dinosaurs. But in fact, little did we know, it was basically 5 minutes ago that the fucking Nazis had been trying.
Yeah,
it just
exactly.
fucking ended. I mean, our grandparents, they were probably only a bit older than we are now, and they were there watching us cunt about fucking buying our silly records about Hitler or Number 18's Hello John Got a New Motor and thinking we knew it all. And they're there thinking, you little cunts. Literally, in our minds, the war against the Nazis has just ended.
We literally died for this, you little bastards.
And now all you can do is go down Woolies and buy these fucking records, as you call them, and go on and on about them as if it's all that matters. We just defeated the Nazis, you daft cunts.
But to be fair, taking the piss out of Hitler was everywhere in the 80s. We had Allo Allo, didn't we?
Brilliant.
Which was a big Nazi piss take. Freddie Starr used to dress up as Hitler all the time.
Stan Boardman.
And go on the telly.
Stan Boardman dressed up as
used to talk
Nazi.
about the Germans bombing. The Germans bombed our chippy.
The Germans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he went on Des O'Connor's 8 p.m. ITV Wednesday night show, Des O'Connor Tonight, and talked about the Fokker warplane and repeatedly said Fokker, Fokker, like that over and over again until Des O'Connor, his brown teak
Intervened.
face turned cherry red.
And he went, listen, Boardman, I gave you a chance on this show when no other fucker would, right? Wogan, Tom O'Connor, Russell Harty, you know, I didn't want to tell you this, but they've all fucking blacklisted you, right? But we go back a bit, so I want to give you a chance. And you've come on here and said the word fucker repeatedly to show me up and my producers up. And I feel like punching you in the fucking mouth. Don't be like that, Des. The audience loved it. They laughed it
Just a
up.
bit of fun.
They laughed it up. No, they didn't. You made them all feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I think O'Connor probably imagined that Boardman would be arrested as soon as he came off after that show, but he wasn't. He got away with it.
He was still at large for many years afterwards.
I think he still is. Imagine that.
But, you know, different times.
One of my favourite soft cell songs is at number 29, Down in the Subway,
right.
which is not very synth pop at all. It's from the last album that they did, because what's this, 1984? Yeah, Tainted Love was 81. Well, it's got a great swing beat to it, and it's very grungy and grimy and mucky, and it's brilliant. Go and check it out.
Do yourself a favour. Do yourself a favour and check that one out.
Enhance your day. Go and listen to Down to the Subway by Soft Cell. Ideally, best heard in a subway. And we talked about the joy of subways before, haven't we?
Love subways, yeah. Loads of them near my house. Subway. Like when I was a kid, not now, but when I was a kid, fucking hell, it was Subway heaven. For a kid who liked subways, and let's be honest, that was all kids, I was spoilt for choice. But there were very scary no-go subways as well.
Yeah.
There were subways there's one subway that I still pass now, and you're like, I still sort of feel now, even though now it's been sanitised.
Frisson.
I just think if I go in that subway, I mean, I knew personally numerous people who'd been stabbed, beaten up, awful things. Yeah. One lad I knew got whacked over the bottle with a full bottle of scotch, which seemed, I mean, not being funny, but like,
that's a waste of a bottle of scotch.
Yeah, I mean, and these were young lads who attacked him as well. They must have nicked it. And yeah, he was in a coma for like a month afterwards.
Fucking hell.
Right. My brother got attacked down there one night. I've been chased through it loads of times. There was some subways were no go, but the smaller subways were great fun to go up and down. As we said before, how can you really judge someone? Do they when they exit the subway? Do they take the steps or the slope?
The slope.
If you take the slope,
exactly.
you're all right. If you take steps, you're probably a Tory. You're a Tory.
And if you take the slope, you can run up or down the slope.
Run up and down. If you're on your bike, fucking brilliant down the slope.
Well, as I've talked about the classic subway at Shiny Row roundabout, that has got the steps. Well, it's not there anymore. They filled it in, but it had steps and it had a slope step arrangement. So it would be sloped, but there'd be steps. So
slope and a step
each
in one.
step would be let's say 6 foot.
Yeah.
In length. So you had a bit. It was almost like something from the 10,000 metre steeplechase.
It was like it's like some genius has said. Someone at council planning for Shiny Row has gone.
The visionary
thing about subways is they either go with a slope or steps, and there's a debate, and it really divides society. And you're either a steps man or a slope man, and never the twain shall meet.
But you're a slope man or a Tory, like you've said. Yeah.
But what if we were to combine steps and slopes together? A slopey step. It can't be done. They told him it couldn't be done, and he said, well, there was another man once who said that he was going to change the world and it couldn't be done. And
Tony Blair.
And that man was Tony Blair.
Way.
Yeah, the third way, and he did it. I wouldn't be surprised, because let's not forget Tony Blair's constituency was in the northeast, not that far from Shiny Row, and I wouldn't be surprised if when he was on the campaign trail, when he was a young would-be MP, he went through Shiny Row, he saw those slopey steps, and a fucking light bulb went off in his head and made him think there can be a third way.
Yeah, and the slopey step was born. Yeah,
slopey step politics.
I don't know if the slopey step. There used to be two subways at Shiny Row.
Someone last time you talked about this. I don't want to alarm you, but there are some people who go to Shiny Row like as if they're on a pilgrimage. And
they do to see the subway and of course the wall.
And they take pictures. They take pictures of the Shiny Row wall, and then I don't know. They tweet you with it and think that you're gonna, I don't know, invite them round for dinner and a blowjob.
They post their pictures, don't they, on the Facebook page? Yeah.
So I think there's been pictures of the slopey step, but I'm not certain.
Yeah, it looks like there's still slopey steps on the opposite side. The one into the main roundabout might have still slopey steps. I'll have to go and have a look.
It's worth it, mate.
I'll go and revisit it. I'll do a revisit of the way I used to walk to school as well. I think
I would love to film you going around Shiny Row, but with your hands behind your back, going, "Oh yes, I can still hear the echoes now of Hitler only has one ball." Oh, and look, do you remember like that John Major party political broadcast where he drove around Brixton? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he's looking, "Oh, is it still there? It is. It is. Look, it's still there." Fucking cunt going round in his fucking chauffeur-driven car around Brixton, looking out window, getting excited because his fucking house hasn't been knocked down. Of course it's fucking still there. Get your head out of your arse, Major. And get out of the fucking motor as well. Don't go around in a car looking at people like you're at a fucking safari park. This is your fucking manor, you fucking punts.
I can still hear them shouting, Dawson! Dawson, you wanky little cunt, come here. Let us kick the shit out of you once more. Ah, yes. Good times.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll film that one of these days.
Yeah.
We'll call it The Return.
The IFS Turbo.
Return to Shiny Row.
Of course, if you do the walk with the hands behind the back, that's when you know you've become a man.
Yeah.
It
feels like Simon. It feels slightly Simon Sharma-ish to walk
it's a
around.
rite of passage.
Yeah. He walks around. At least I imagine him walking around with his hands behind his back.
Oh yeah, probably. What else we got in this chart? So down the bottom end of it.
We got My Ever Changing Moods by our old mate Mick Talbot.
Great stuff.
One of
Star
their
Council,
greatest. And I believe that's the video where they're on their racing bikes.
My Ever Changing Mood.
Yeah, I think they're riding along.
Yeah.
And they're on racing bikes, and I think they see some ladies. They got all the gear. Yeah, of course they have. Brilliant song. Madness.
Robert De Niro's Waiting, Bananarama.
Yes. And what's really interesting, though, right, is that there's two songs with the names of famous actors in the title in the same chart.
Hitler's not a famous actor.
Well, no, you got Michael Caine by Madness and Robert De Niro's Waiting by Bananarama. Weird, right?
We also got. I mean, it's riddled with famous people. Of course, there's Torval and Dean at number 10, who we've already gone through.
Yeah,
they're famous. Hitler's famous.
You don't get more famous than Hitler.
You can't sit here and tell me Hitler's not famous. So come on, you're taking the piss.
That's what would happen.
He's the most famous out of all of them.
If you were doing one of those games where you stick the name to your head and you have to guess what celebrity you are, and someone stuck Hitler to your head, and it's Christmas and you're a bit pissed, and it's led to a massive family argument because you've complained and claimed that Hitler isn't a celebrity, and your uncle's going to you, well, he's famous, isn't he? Walk up to someone in the street, right? Say, have you heard of Hitler? They're going to say yes. Whether it's a little kid or a nan, they're going to say yes. For me, that means he's a celebrity. Define celebrity.
It's controversial, but for me, Hitler, he was bigger than Jesus back in the 40s.
I tell you what, people talk about your Harry Styleses today, right? Right, let me tell you something about Hitler back in the old days, right? Hitler, imagine Harry Styles, now times it by 1,000, right? And you're not even close to that was what Hitler was. Harry Styles times 1,000. Now, no, I'm not saying Harry Styles.
No offence to Harry Styles.
Different, no offence to him. He's a good lad. I'm not saying he's got designs on Austria or Lebensraum, any of that stuff, much less some of the more abhorrent crimes that Hitler went on to commit against humanity.
He's a nice guy.
That's not his agenda. He's got a totally different agenda to Hitler. But in terms of celebrity, what I'm saying is there are parallels. Only Hitler much bigger. And that is why it was fine for me to write Hitler on your head for the game.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should start playing that game with ourselves on this podcast with the post-it notes on the photos. But what we do is we write a name on, and then how does it work again?
You write a name, you stick it on your head. I stick a name on your head, and then you get to ask me questions you can't see.
We've got to send them to each other then.
We'd have to. I'll send you a post-it in the post.
Through the post.
In an envelope, and you have to remove that post-it with your eyes shut and stick it to your head.
Stick it on.
But Andy, times are tight. There's a cost of living crisis, so I will send it second class. It might take a few days to get there.
We'll do it next week.
You're going to have to be patient. I'm going to send one post-it to you second class to Sunderland, okay?
Yeah, we'll do that. That'd be good. That's going to fucking spin podcasting on its
Hitler
on
could.
Its fucking axis,
the name might be Hitler. The name might not be Hitler. We'll see.
We'll try and avoid Hitler because we've done Hitler. Or what if we both said each other Hitler?
Wow, what a pod.
What would the chances be? Pretty low, I think. All right, let's wrap it up. I just want to end by saying "Let the Music Play" by Shannon and it's a phenomenal song. It still sounds
song of songs.
Sounds brilliant.
Yeah, and we haven't even mentioned "Your Love Is King" by Sade. I mean, for both those tracks to be in one chart, fuck me.
I think we've done "Your Love Is King" on a previous episode. Or the emergence of Sade. I'm getting a message on my screen that says your phone battery is about to pack up.
Timed perfectly. Timed to perfection.
So that is the 11th of March 1984 chart, very much dealt with and put to bed, I think we can say. And we'll be back next week with, I don't know what it'll be, maybe History Box. I haven't done one of them for a while. Maybe it'll be fucking Hitler. I don't know.
It feels like it's going that. I feel that that's the inevitable end game, yeah. But who knows when it'll
I thought
arrive.
Joe Rogan would get there before us, but maybe not. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody, and goodbye.
Goodbye.